God. Bingo is just the gift that keeps on giving. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Once upon a time, I had a position in BNGO. I closed out of it, and I was pretty pumped. I was like, yeah, man, I turned a 150% profit, and I think I sold it at what did I sell at? $5.39. I could have had 400% returns on this. What do you do? All you can do is laugh. That is what it is. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trey's Trades, where we have technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. The reason that I started this channel is because a couple years back, I was about $30,000 deep in some medical debt, and I was very fortunate to have some close family, friends, and mentors that pushed me to work hard and invest my money, and I am happy to say that not only am I now financially free, but I'm doing pretty well for myself at the age of 23. So if I can pass along any of the information, resources, or tools that are given to me here to the community, make a couple people better off than they were before, that's all that I can ask for. Last, if you would not mind dropping a like on the video, it really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. Now today, per popular request, I'm going to be giving an update on ticker symbol BNGO, BioNano Genomics Incorporated. As I showed you, I did not I did not have a position in this stock. Definitely wish I still did, but what do you do? Hindsight's always 20/20, right? I'm never gonna be mad taking profits, and neither should you. Nickel and dime over time, my friends. Anyways, we're going to be talking about ticker symbol BNGO and give you guys some potential entry points, exit points. Probably not an exit point. I don't think anyone's going to sell this anytime soon. But people have been saying, is it too late to get into BNGO? It's already run up over $10. There's no way. There's more upside left here. And I've actually seen some videos where people are like, you know, I want to stay away from BNGO because there's actually more downside than upside. And I don't remember who said that, but I remember watching it and I was like, what? I don't agree with that. I'll tell you that right now. I think there's still a lot of upside left in BNGO. Their genome sequencing is unrivaled. The Saphyr system, this is very, very niche marketing, and I see a lot of upside with BNGO. So we're going to talk about three different indicators that I pulled up, which is the RSI, the relative strength index. Anything over 70 is overbought, anything under 30 is oversold. I have the 200 EMA, which is the exponential moving average, and this is just a price action based valuation trend line over a 200-day moving period. And then the 15-day VAMA, which is the volume adjusted moving average. This is a price action based valuation trend line over a 15-day moving period, adjusted accordingly to the overall volume going into a stock. I don't know why I'm doing this. I always do this thing with my hands, doing some. People call me the rap god. They say, Trey, you gotta slow down. Trey, you gotta speed up. I don't know what to do. I'm conflicted. Just why? Anyways, we'll just get back. So awkward. That's fun though. Anyways, we're gonna talk about the Fibonacci retracement here. Some ways that you might see this pullback, where you could find an entry point. We'll establish some levels of support and resistance. We'll look at these indicators here. Look at this both macroscopically and microscopically. We'll change over to the 2-day 1-minute chart to look at some last minute things. Look at the overall volume, different bullish and bearish trends that I'm seeing on the charts, the whole 9 yards. So let's just buckle in and get right into the video here today. So if you're not familiar with BNGO, I feel like everybody knows what BNGO is at this point, but we'll read you a little description if you're not familiar. BioNano Genomics is a life sciences instrumentation company which focuses on genome analysis space. The firm engages in the development and marketing of Saphyr system, a platform for ultra-sensitive and ultra-specific structural variation detection that enables researchers and clinicians to accelerate the search for new diagnostics and therapeutic targets and to streamline cytogenetics. The company was founded by Han Kao in October 2003 and is headquartered in San Diego, California. And I just want to share this with you guys. This was posted yesterday. BioNano Genomics announces the closing of $230 million underwritten public offering of common stock. And this doesn't mean they made the offering, right? We already saw that happen. This just means that they closed it. So this is a good thing to see. This is revenue that is coming into the company, and that's showing strength. Now, in the short term, you will always see a pullback come into a stock when they have a direct offering, right? And we can see this happening probably over and over and over again in the charts. Like if I had to guess, direct offering was here. If we back it up, direct offering, back it up again. Probably just those two from what I'm seeing. Maybe here, but I doubt it. I know for sure we've had 2 direct offerings, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see another one in the future just based on the exponential growth we've seen out of BNGO. But really, guys, a direct offering is not a bad thing. It's an opportunity for you to get into this stock. And honestly, if you really want to make sure you're getting in at a good entry point, wait for their next direct offering. We may not, that might be for a while, right? So you're risking a run-up, missing out on a run-up here, right? But we do have some different entry points that we can look for here based on the Fibonacci retracement and some levels of support and resistance. So where could you be looking at to get into this stock? Well, we do see this retracement from the base of the run-up to the peak of the run-up of $13.65. And we see that it holds up extremely well at $11.67. And they were floating right now above $12.43. So there's a good dollar gap between where we are right now and the overall peak of the run-up. But do keep in mind also that we haven't really corrected yet, right? This correction came down to about 52 on the RSI indicator, which is still actually a little above neutral territory. It favors buyers just slightly. So that's not much of a correction in the grand scheme of things. Will we see it correct more than that? Well, we can just look at the trends here and see, okay, the past we've seen 36, we've seen it touch 30. So this is a volatile stock. It does drop. You do see opportunities where this stock will give you a buying opportunity. Will that be today? You know, it's tough to say. As of right now, this is definitely extremely bullish territory. We've got a large gap between the 15 VAMA and the 200 EMA, which is always a bullish indicator. And the larger this is, the more bullish the stock, the less likely you are to see a pullback, right? So you may not get an opportunity to buy in for very cheap right now. But if you want to get into this stock, we are currently hugging just above this 1243 level, and we'll change it over to the 2-day 1-minute chart so you can see the price action that's happening right now in real time. But you know, we can predict that we're going to see pretty similar price action. We have about the same volume that's coming in every single day at this point. The RSI indicator, you can see that we've got climbs about 3 days, pullback, consolidation for 2 days, climb for about 2 or 3 days. Maybe we'll see another pullback and consolidation for a couple days. This pattern has been rinsed and repeating for quite some time now. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 day climb, 1, 2, 3, 4 day bleed, 1, 2, 3 day consolidation, 1, 2, 3 day climb, 1 day bleed, 2 day consolidation, 1, 2 day climb, maybe another day climb, 1, 2 day bleed, 1, 2 days consolidation. You can rinse and repeat this over and over and over. And I think, honestly, we might see a pretty green day today. You know, nothing crazy. I think you might see a retest of $13.65 just based on what we're seeing in the pre-market right now. But it'll highly depend on, you know, how much green bar we see, right? So what I've noticed as a trend in a lot of stocks is if it opens green, it typically closes green. Now we do have an outlier right here, right? Well, I suppose we still finish green. So if you open green, you still finish green, right? So here we opened at 560, open green, finish green, open green, finish green, opened green. Now this time we did not. But more often than not, when a stock opens green, that is an indicator to me that you're likely to see it finish that way. So if you see a nice big green bar like we have right here, right at the open, that should be an indicator to you that we're likely to see some good buying pressure. And if that's the case, you may feel pretty good getting in right at market open. Watch for the first minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes for a good green bar of volume, and that should be a pretty good indicator to you that it's going to continue to climb. So just watch for that. I like the best entry point somewhere between 1167 and 1243. And if you want to wait for a direct offering, I do think there will be an opportunity for you to get an even better position at that time, or at least an improved position, right? I don't have a stake in BNGO. I've got no reason to pump this to you, as I did show you. This is just me giving it straight as I see it. This is a stock that I definitely still wish I was holding, but I will never regret taking profits. I was up 150%, and that's just the way it is. So that's what I'm thinking about right now. 1167 and 1243, good entry point. This does seem like a good midterm to long-term hold stock. There's a lot of momentum. We are seeing continuous growth. BNGO is off to the races. There's no reason for me to believe in the least bit that this isn't going to continue to do what it's doing. So that is how BNGO looks on the 2-month or the 1-month chart right now. We'll change over to the 2-day 1-minute chart and look for some extra confirmations. And actually, I do want to look at one thing really quick. So we're going to come over here to StockBot, and we're going to look up BNGO statistics. And what I want to find out is institutional buying on BNGO. So we type in institutional own. And if you are a part of the Patreon, you can use this as a tool as well. And it's 4.9%. So that's not super high. Typically, when you see a lot of institutional ownership, that is a sign of strength in a company, because institutions won't put money into a company that they don't believe in. Now, another thing that we can check out here is statistics, and check out BNGO insiders ownership. And this will tell us how many of the insiders at BNGO own a share of the stock, and it is 0.06%, which is not very high. Now, take that for what it is. I'm just giving you the numbers. I don't want to sway you one way or the other based on that. But typically, the higher that you see those numbers, the more you can believe in a stock. So it is a little bit of a red flag that there's not a lot of insider ownership on the stock. And personally, I'd like to see more institutional ownership on the company as well. But they are doing good things, right? So we do know they're growing. You can see that on the charts. It doesn't really matter what people think of the stock. I mean, what it comes down to at the end of the day is people think highly of the stock, right? We see people that think this is worth money. They're buying into it. It's continuing to grow. And you can take that for what it is. This may be an outlier in the sense of, we don't have a lot of institutional or insider buying. But in the long term, a year down the road, 2 years down the road, 3 years down the road, are we going to continue to see this kind of growth? Just keep that in the back of your mind. But this is a great opportunity to make money in the short term, the midterm. So I see no reason to pull out. This is bullish. If it looks like a lemon, smells like a lemon, tastes like a lemon, it's probably a freaking lemon. And this has been literally, look at this, guys. The 15 VAMA has been over the 200 EMA for an entire month. The one time that we came back down, it just gapped back up, and this is the biggest gap that I've seen so far with BNGO. And honestly, look at this right now. If we come over to the 2-day 1-minute chart, it looks like it's just gonna freaking gap up again. I mean, right now we're trading at 12.94. It's just off to the races. So BNGO is absolutely beautiful. We do have some pretty good looking candle wick action here in the regular market hours. I'll look for any sort of thing that stands out to me. And we do have one pretty nice hammer candle. Some people call this a shooting star because you've got that long tail underneath the candle, followed by the small body. A little bit of an indecision candle right here. Almost a doji, but not quite. Otherwise, these are pretty clean candlestick bars. We've got another hammer candle right here, another shooting star. Typically a good bullish indicator. So it does seem to me that we do still have some nice buying pressure coming into BNGO. And if we look here in the pre-market, this is kind of a choppy chart, so I can't tell you much about the pre-action here, but it does appear to me that we are squeezing down on price action a little bit. So if we draw up a channel, you can see that we're coming up on a pretty crucial spot. If we connect 1 to 3 different touch points, we have pushed through, and this is probably why we're seeing a nice bit of movement. We have pushed through a pretty critical level on the charts, and once we see that push, buyers are stepping in, starting to push the price up, and this could be a pretty violent movement. I'm actually really excited to see what BNGO does for the day. There's a lot of people in the Discord that have a position here that have been absolutely crushing and ripping this stock to shreds. So I'm pumped for everybody out there that's making money on this. I hope that this video is helpful for you. To sum this up in a couple of words, yes, I do still think there is potential with BNGO. I do think there's a good buying opportunity. Either watch for a direct offering or watch for a pullback somewhere between 1167 and 1243, preferably closer to 1167 if you can, but there is a lot of price action in this zone, and if you're willing to hold this for a month, I don't think it's going to matter in the slightest bit if you buy that at the highest point at 1243. I still think you're going to make a lot of money. This went from 92 cents to $12.86 in a month, and the growth here is not stopping yet. So that is what I have for the video today, guys. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. And lastly, I do have an affiliate link in the description box down below for Webull. If you're interested in getting 4 free stocks with a $100 deposit, they've got great after hours and pre-market trading. I'll also receive some free stocks. It's a great way to support the channel. If you're not interested, that's totally fine. I don't really care. I just appreciate your support by taking the time to watch my videos. So that is what I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.